for the first time in 25 years. Celtics, though, once again looking to spoil the party and keep their season alive. As we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by Pronamel. Final weekend of the second round. Indiana, Minnesota waiting for their next opponent. The four other teams still to play the biggest games of their season. And good evening, everyone. Along with Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke, Mike Breen on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well.
On both sides of the ball, he was in attack mode from the opening tip. For the first time in the series, the primary matchup for him defensively was the Knicks' best player, Jalen Brunson. We know this about Jalen. He is a dogged competitor, tireless, fights over screens, contests shots, and sets the tone with his leadership and aggression. And if you need him to lay out, to come up with a possession, he will do exactly that. And he got downhill offensively to the tune of a career-high 12 assists. This guy was magnificent.
Well, they have two outstanding leaders in Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns. They bring in Karl-Anthony Towns, an all-NBA player, for this moment. And these two players, it starts and stops with them. But the people that have to follow them, it has to be Mikal Bridges, who they brought in. It has to be OG Anunoby, who they re-signed. And it has to be Josh Hart. Those are the leaders.
Will this series end tonight, or will we get a game 7?
This is a rude awakening, kicking the door back, and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I just came back for the win.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Pronamel Clinical Enamel Strength. 3 times stronger enamel with twice daily brushing. Welcome back to NBA Courtside, presented by Pronamel.
Not going offensively.
Right.
They got the best out of him defensively. And so I'm watching Karl-Anthony Towns today. I need to see him be a dog tonight.
It's time. Let's go back to New York.
Unnecessary. Thank you, Malika. Muggy night in New York City for Game 6. And here in an era where we're wowed by spectacular offensive performances, defense often takes a backseat when it comes to credit for success. And this series has featured NBA defense at its very finest. Knicks and Celtics taking turns winning games because of defensive tenacity and instinct. Who will make the key block or critical stop tonight? We'll find out soon enough in Game 6.
The NBA Conference semifinals on ESPN are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor, Chipotle. For real. And in part by the Bad Guys 2. In theaters August 1st.
Ingredients delivered by Chipotle. Doris.
So let's talk about the Knicks defense. Pick and roll action. OG Anunoby going to challenge the shot. Little rear view contest. The most important thing that's happening right now is New York is playing off some misses. I love Mikal running to the corner. OG a factor right now.
Yeah, this is the pace that they have to play with. You see the block. You see the transition. They're moving the ball. They're playing with energy. And even here, Mikal Bridges off to a great start. 3 for 4 to start this game.
Out. Not a lot of good shooting, but some strong defense. Great three-point shooting team all regular season. Then in the series, the first 2 games, disaster as they lost 2 home games. But since then, the Celtics have turned it around and have shot the 3 ball 60 for 137, 44%. 31 more than the Knicks over those 3 games.
No, this team and the way they play, the way they're aggressive, you're starting to see them. They're searching out the mismatches. You have to give him some space if you're Karl-Anthony Towns. Brown knows that, so he steps into the shot with confidence. And then even here, Porzingis, he hasn't shot the ball well, but the reason why that trail is so important is because he won't have a contest.
Mike, this is the best sequence early for Kristaps Porzingis in this series.
And that will end the first here in Game 6. Knicks trying to bounce back from a loss in Boston and end the series tonight, but Jaylen Brown doing everything he can. Number 7 trying to force a Game 7.
The first day Mitchell was healthy enough and conditioned enough to play. Well, he's conditioned now, and he is every bit a monster on the defensive end of the floor. He had to cover so much ground on that defensive possession, disciplined enough to come up with a steal. That is big time.
And I want you to watch Drew Holiday. He knows that right hand. Karl Anthony Towns lifts it in, brings it back to the left side, still uses the right hand, though, and the crowd is loving it.
The two Knick bigs having a big impact. The watch party right next door to Madison Square Garden. Mitchell Robinson, as Doris said, didn't play a lot. Only 17 games, 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Early on, it's been the Knicks. Here's the play. Took the shot from Brown. Refs will take a look at that.
In the out of bounds ruling on the play.
For the Knicks to dominate.
Brunson has been outstanding. This is why you help get your guys off early. This is one of the easiest shots that he's had, one-on-one. Knocks it down.
It's all about the three with the Boston Celtics. Struggled, losing the first two, and here tonight struggling once again. Just 3 of 17 after shooting it so beautifully in Game 5 at home.
They have so many players that are 3-and-D in that volume, but analytics actually worked against them in those first 2 games.
All right, now the Garden is gleeful. Knicks trying to close out this series and advance to the conference finals for the first time in 25 years. Long way to go. Halftime in Game 6. Knicks up big.
The NBA Conference semifinals on ESPN are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor, Chipotle, for real. And in part by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA. And Doritos, for the bold.